So hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you are doing extremely well, and this is your very own mask coder this side. In this video we are going to discuss the question longest palindromic substring, right? So the question demands us to find the longest substring which is a palindrome, right? Okay. So we have to understand what is a palindrome first. Okay? So palindrome. In very layman terms, palindrome is a substring is a string that reads same when read it left to right and right to left. For example, a string ABA, when it is read left to right, it is pronounced as ABA, and when it is read right to left, it is pronounced as ABA. Both the representations are same, so it is a palindrome. But in turn, a string ABCA, if it is read left to right, it is ABCA, but if it is read in opposite manner, it will be read as ACBA. In that case, it is not a palindrome because these two strings are not matching, so it is not a palindrome, right? Okay, so I hope you are clear with the definition of palindrome. It is very easy to understand. Now, the question demands us that they have given us an input string BABD. BABAD. Now, what are the substrings? It says we have to find a substring which is of longest length, but it should also be a palindrome. We have to return the string as well, not only the length. We have to return the string also. Okay. So in the given case, BABAD. Okay. Whenever I talk about substring, the brute force method always tells me to find all the substrings. The brute force method always tells me to find all the substrings, and to find all the substrings, I always use nested loops. Right? So what I will do is I will just say for I going from 0 to n minus 1, that is last index, and j going from I to n minus 1. Now, in this case, my substring is I to j inclusive, right? Including I and up till j including j. Okay, this is my substring, right? Now, what will I do? I will say check if the string, that is the substring I to j, is a palindrome. If yes, update your answer accordingly. So how will I do that? So I know my I to j is my substring, right? So suppose this is my substring A, B, A. This is my ith index. This is my jth index. Now, for this to read the same, I am actually comparing. Let me mark it 0, 1, 2. So it is 0, 1, 2 here. And when I am reading it right to left, it is 2, 1, 0. So you are actually seeing that I am actually equating this A with this A. That is ith index with this n minus 1 minus ith index, right? So what I will say that I will say left equals to I, right equals to j. Now, while my left is less than equals to right, if my left is not equals to my s of left is not equals to my s of right, I will break. That means it is not a palindrome. Otherwise, it is a palindrome if the whole loops run fine, right? So what is the time complexity? I will not write this whole code because I think that is very easy for you to write, right? That is very easy. What I will be doing is we are actually seeing A, B, A. Let us suppose this is my substring. I am actually keeping my left here. I am keeping my right here. If they both are equal, I will say my left comes here, my right comes here, and I will equate that up until this pointer actually surpasses this pointer, right? Otherwise, if at any point in the string this pointer is actually not equal to this pointer, in that case I will break the string apart because that is not a palindrome. I hope that is clear to you. That is very basic level question, right? You are here for the optimized approach, I know. Okay, so moving on to the optimized approach of this code. Optimized. Right. Now, the string given to us was BABAD. BABAD. Suppose this is my string, right? Now, in the previous approach, when we were checking for the palindrome, what was the approach we were doing? We were taking a left on the extreme left of the substring, taking a right on the extreme right, and then moving a left inwards and moving a right inwards, right? We were moving inwards. Now my approach says that I want to move outwards. That is, suppose this is where my left and right meet. So I will actually equate this with this with this. That is, I will actually move in this direction rather than this direction. This is my current direction. I will try to move in this direction. So you can see that to move in the this arrow's direction, I will actually need to find this position. And what is this? This is nothing but the middle element of the substring. Middle element of the substring. So I am actually writing out all the important points that you would like to enhance in your thinking process. Middle point, not middle point. It is middle point, right? Middle point. Now, how will I do that? How will I do that? For that, I will have to take you somewhat away from the question. So the length of the substring can be of two types. It can be odd, it can be even. It can be odd, it can be even. Suppose my substring is A, right? In this case, what is the indexes? It is the length of 5, right? And indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So you can see my middle element is this. My middle element is this, that is 5 by 2. Right, but in the case of even, suppose my string is A. You can see that this is also a valid palindrome, right? Now, what is the middle element here? Where can I keep my left and right for traversing in this direction, right? So where can I keep them? In this case, I can actually see that my left will be kept here, my right will be kept here, right? But in this case, where should I keep my left and right? So you will say, if you keep your left here and your right here, then you can actually see the palindrome. Then you can actually see the palindrome, and that is what I wanted to clear this out, right? So for each index, I am supposing that for each index, this could be the potential middle point. I am saying each index can be a potential middle point of longest palindromic substring. My optimized approach is based on this approach. Each index can be a potential middle point of the longest palindromic substring. So I will have to explore all the palindromic substring. I will have to explore all the indexes, both for the odd case, for the even case, and whichever gives me the largest answer, I will keep that as my answer. So what I will do, so my string is B A D, right? The indexes are 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? First, I will traverse B, okay? The character in hand is B. I am at index 0. My character is B. Suppose this is the middle element of a odd length longest palindromic substring. This is the middle element of the odd length. This is the middle element of odd length, right? So, if B is here and it is of odd length, then there must be substring here. There must be some string here, and they should be the mirror images. They should be the mirror images. They should be the mirror images. So what I will do, this is my index I. I will keep a pointer at this position, that is I minus 1. I will keep another pointer at this position, that is I plus 1, and start traversing this pointer here and this pointer here. Alright, this pointer up till here and this pointer up till here. And whenever they don't equate with each other, whenever they don't equate with each other, that means suppose this pointer is my left, this pointer is my right. Now, what is the longest length of palindromic substring they can give? For that, left has to be in bound, comma left, comma right has to be in bound, has to be in bound. Now, what do I mean by in bound? I am saying that the left and the right pointer should be in the indexes range. That is, left should be greater than equals to 0, right should be less than n. Then only they are in part of the string, right? And second thing, s of left should be equals to s of right. Then only they are a part of the palindromic substring. Otherwise, they are on a normal substring, not a palindromic, right? So s of left should be equals to s of right. And if both these conditions are true, I can say I can move my left away from the center and I can move my right further away from the right and check the condition again. And that is, I'm trying to use a loop. So what I'm saying is my loop will look something like this. While my left is greater than equals to 0 and my right is less than n and my s of left is equals to s of right. That means this part is a palindromic substring. That means my substring is a palindromic substring, and I will keep an answer as and I will keep an answer as 0 first, and then this is my length, right? This is my length. I will say if this is 2, my answer will be turned out to maximum of existing answer with what is the length now? what is the length? So that could be a discussion point, right? So suppose my left is here at index I minus 1, let's say. This is my left pointer, this is my right pointer at I plus 1. Now this is my ith index. What is the length? You can see this, you can see this 1 2 3. 3 is the length. So how can I get 3 from left and right? So you can see if I subtract right minus left, that is I plus 1 minus I minus 1, and then add 1 to it, I will get my equation to be 3. So I will say answer will become maximum of answer with right minus left plus 1, right? Okay, and I can move further away, that is left can be minus minus and right can be plus plus, and right can be plus plus. All right, so this is my code for finding the odd length. This is my code for finding the odd length. Now for the even length, as we discussed, this is a substring. I have to check from here, that is my left should be placed here, my right should be placed here. So I am doing is, if I am traversing a index, I will be standing at I will be standing at I plus 1. That is my left will change to I and my right will change to I plus 1, and the loop will remain the same. My loop will remain the same. So let me write the whole code for you and then we will discuss it, we will dry run it, right? So here is a pseudocode. Let us take it as step by step. So I will initialize my start as 0 and my answer as 1. Start as 0 as my answer as 1. Start as 0, my answer as 1. Now, you can debate that why I am starting answer as 1. So please tell me that if I take only one character out of the substring, let us take A. Is it a palindrome? Yes, it is a palindrome. It is reading same as left to right and right to left. So it is actually the palindrome. It is actually the palindrome. So my minimal length is always going to be 1. My answer will never go less than 1, right? So I'm taking my answer as 1 and taking the character that I want is B. Okay, that is my start point. That is start is 0. Now I will go for each index that you can see 0 to n minus 1. That is my first character is my I is currently 0. That means I am character B. Now I have mentioned it for odd length. Left will become I minus 1. That is my left is minus 1. My right is I plus 1. That is 1. Right. Now the loop says while left is greater than equals to 0. Is this true? No, my minus 1 is not greater than 0. So this loop will not work. My even length, left becomes I. That is left becomes 0. My right becomes 1. My right is already 1. Left is greater than equal to 0. Just left is greater than equal to 0. And right is less than n. Correct. S left is equals to S right. Is B equals to A? No. That means this loop will also not work. And I will move to the next point. That is my I will become 1 now. I am at this position. Again, my left will become minus 1. Oh, minus 1, sorry. My left will become 0 right now. Because my I is 1. My right will become 2. Is 0 equals to 2? Yes, 0 is equals to 2. That means I will update my answer to 3. My answer will become 3. My start pointer will remain 0 only because my left is there. You can see if my answer is greater than right minus left plus 1, that is my answer's length is actually smaller than the current length of the substring. That means I will update my answer as well as my start pointer. So my start pointer is at the left equal to 0 and my answer becomes 3. Alright. Then I will look out for then it will become minus 1, then it will become 3, and minus 1 is not in the range, so odd length loop is finished again. I will look for the even length. My left will become now I, that is 1. My right will become I plus 1, that is 2. Okay, for 1 and 2, that is for this and this. Is it a palindrome? No, A is not equals to B, so even length palindrome is not possible here. Looking at I equals to 2, that is B, right? I'm standing here, my left will be here, my right will be here. Okay, is this a palindrome? Yes, but the length is still 3, not greater than 3. Is it not? It is not greater than 3, so I can choose not to change my answer and I will say move here. My left comes here, my right comes here. Is it possible? No, it is not possible because B and D are not equal. Okay, so I is equals to 2, the answer remains same for the odd length. Let us try it for even length also. So I will keep my left pointer here at B, my right pointer here at A, and I will see B and A are not equal, so even pointer length is also finished. Talking about I equal to 3, I will move to A. That is I equals to 3, I will move to A. The loop will continue to express I equals to 4, it will be D. So I have actually carried out a dry run before only, and I will see my these values will remain same. That is my start will remain 0, my answer will remain 3. Now the question asks me to return the string format of the longest palindromic substring. Longest palindromic substring. I don't have to return the length, I will have to return the whole string. So tell me guys, if you have a start pointer where the string is starting, where the substring is starting, and you have the length of the substring, can't you give me the substring? I am saying you have the starting index of the substring, or the length of the substring, you have to return me the substring. So for that, I will use the sub-str function, which takes index starting, and length. I have both the parameters start and answer, so I will return that. Okay, I guess there is no problem, and we can surely move to the code. Also, we have to discuss the time complexity and space complexity. So you can see the time complexity is, it is running n time, so O of n is coming from here. Now, each operation can run at max n times. Each operation can run at max n times, right? So O of n here, O of n here. That is the time complexity of O of n square. O of n square. And the space complexity, because we are not using any extra space, O of 1. I know the time complexity is not pretty efficient. It is possible to do it in O of n. Let me tell you guys, it is possible for you to do it in O of n, but the DSA does not require to do that. O of n square is the best complexity for you, because the interviewer might ask only of O of n square complexity, right? Okay. So let us try to code it down. Alright guys, so before starting to code, I would like to request you to subscribe to my channel if you are new here, and do not forget to hit the like button, and because this will give me a really good motivation, right? And let us try to code it down. Okay, so firstly I declared int start equal to 0, comma answer equals to 1, right? Now I'll say that int n equals to s dot length, and then I will start my loop to explore all the indexes. So for int I equal to 0, I less than n, I plus plus, right? So firstly, for the odd case, I will take my int left equals to I minus 1 and my right as I plus 1. My left is I minus 1, my right is I plus 1. Now while my left is greater than equals to 0 and my right is less than n, and my both the characters at both the indexes are equal, in that case I will do if my answer is less than right minus left plus 1. In that case I will change my answer to right minus left plus 1 and my start to left, because that is where the substring will start, which is my current answer, right? And after that, left minus minus and right plus plus. Now I will do that for even length also, so let me mention it, even length, right? My left will now become my I, my right will now become my I plus 1. Now while same loop, so I'm not writing it again, I'm just copy pasting it. You can make a function also, that is also a probable answer, but I like it doing this way. Okay, and then I will just say return your s dot sub str with starting point as your left, or as your starting point, and my answer is my length. Let us try to compile and run it.